Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special event. We've had a few in the last few weeks. We've had some games that have been dropping like flies at the moment, and I am really happy to bring you the Division 2 private beta. I was very lucky that Ubisoft invited me to participate in this game. I haven't pre-ordered this game, so I was sent a code, so thank you so much to Ubisoft. And no, I'm not sponsored by them, I could only hope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the opening scenes, and then I'll talk you through my previous experience with the Division, plus what my feelings are during the gameplay. And we're going to see about the first 20-25 minutes of the game today, and see what you think.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time in centuries, what we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted. We survived. Established a new normal. But there are also those who build nothing. Create nothing.
Hyenas preying on the weak. They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone. A brave few have sworn to protect us and save what remains. They unite us.
Remind us that we are one people. They are our shield and our light. But if that light goes out,
who can save us then?
Okay, here we go. Ooh, nighttime mission. I guess this is based in Washington DC, so for you guys that have watched it are familiar with DC, you'll be able to judge how accurate this is. Let's see what they're going to tell us about our character. I've just picked any random kind of character for now, given it's a bait and you lose all your data anyway.
On the SHD emergency channel. Flash priority.
The base of operations is under attack. Hostile forces have breached our southern perimeter. We are in need of immediate assistance. Repeat, need immediate assistance from any nearby agents.
Okay, so that's giving you some basics.
Incoming alert on the SHD emergency channel. Flash priority.
The base of operations is under attack. Hostile forces have breached our southern perimeter. We are in need of immediate assistance. Repeat, need immediate assistance from any nearby agents.
So the base of operations is obviously at the White House, because we have to go to the White House alone. So I've played the first Division. A few friends recommended it to me, thought I'd like it. It was okay. It probably wasn't my cup of tea as such, and there's a number of reasons for it. Very popular game in actual fact, but for me the enemies were bullet sponges. It just got hard real quick, and unless you're playing in a squad or something, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea. So I'm interested to see what kind of I have got some experience here. I'm interested to see how they've changed the game a little bit, and there is some good news, and we'll work through that as we go through. So yeah, there was a few things that I didn't like about the original one. Number one, the enemies were just ridiculously hard. It looked like they had multiple Kevlar vests on when you're trying to kill them. The spawn points when you died were so far away it wasn't funny. And there are just a few things that I just put the game down, started playing something else. I'll make, based on this, ooh, what are they doing? We'll just chuck a grenade at them. Based on what I've seen here, I may go back and play that game now, because I did enjoy what I played in the beta so far. There's still a couple of days to go, and I will be bringing you some gameplay of this game, mostly the main missions, just so you can get a feel for it. They have addressed a lot of the things that I didn't like in the first game, which are really I'm happy about. The enemies are really a little bit more realistic as far as damage profile, and killing them fairly easy. Not easy, because it is one of those games that has you kind of on that edge of the enemies are always going to be a challenge, but yet you know that if you're persistent and you do employ the right strategies, you will be able to get through them. So it's kind of right on the edge, which for a shooter, an RPG, a shooter, looter shooter, whatever you want to call this, I really do like. Now, this is an online game, so you will see other players in the game as you go through it. I must say, I've played about maybe 3 or 4 hours so far. I've probably come across 1 or 2 players in the game, so interesting. The other thing that happened on day 2 is there was a little bit of a patch put in by Ubisoft, and they actually added content, which is pretty interesting for a beta. I believe that this beta is pretty big, and there's a whole lot of main missions and side missions, and you get to explore quite a bit of the map. So I am sneaking up here. There were some guys on the gate that I've got past, and we're about to get into a bit of a gunfight. Now, chuck this over there. Here, hold up, boys. It does take me a while to get used to some of the controls in this game. One of the things that I really kind of took a while to get used to is the fact that I can't actually crouch behind cover. You have to find that, and you'll see it during the game. You have to find an A indicator to hide behind cover. I'd rather have a crouch option, but anyway, it's just a different game. It's a bit more unique on how it plays, and it doesn't take long to get adapted to it. The guns are great in this game. There's no assisted ADS, aim down sight, so you have to be, you're kind of manually aiming and locking on targets, which is kind of a little bit different for me. I'm used to some kind of aim assistance, but not unhappy about that. It gives you a bit of a test to what you normally would get. Not sure if I'm getting shot from behind. It feels like it. Here we go. He's down. And you can see once you get on target, damage profiles are pretty good. With the Division 1, you would be shooting for days. Wow, I'm using that, and health packs. I'd like to have a few more health packs to hold in. I do actually get, I do run out of them, but I guess that's part of the game too, and you'll see in later gameplay, I get to 0 health packs. Now I could hop up to my right there if I wanted to, which I might just do in a second. Scratches his head. That's my thinking time. Up we go. Gives you a little bit higher ground to see what's going on. As opposed to something like Anthem, you sort of get indications of where the enemies are, but it's, you know, I can see there is another guy there, but it's finding them can be quite hard. It's not like something like Assassin's Creed or something where you can actually or Sniper Elite, where you can actually target them and they stay targeted. No, so far so good. Ooh, one more guy. Let's see if we can find him. Where is he? You can see the my agents are helping me out here, but and I have very little health left. I've got one med kit, but I'm maybe just keep that in reserve. Let's go. That's a fair bit of damage, this gun, and this is your startup gun, so I do end up picking a skill where I can carry 2 ARs. I love my ARs in any games I've ever played. I love my assault rifles, and these are great. There is some recoil on them, but it's very manageable. And I'm finding I burst the rifles a lot in this game, which is like tapping the fire button keeps the recoil under control, so it's not too bad. Now I did get a number of disconnects in the first session that I played in this game, so if you see transitions, a lot of the time that's what it is. It was badly disconnecting kind of the first playthrough that I done, but it's a beta, you sort of kind of expect that. There we go, he's down. Is that it? Have we made it? Yep. There we go. Cool. The music will sort of tell you that you've cleared the place, and you'll get some that you just pick up, like ammunition and health, and then you'll get those lootable ones.
Progression character.
So I'm just familiarising myself with the interface. I think I picked up a pair of gloves or something that I'm going to activate here. See, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. The interface is pretty nice, pretty straightforward, and you can actually change if you pick up better armor or whatever on the fly, or better guns. You can equip them straight away, which I really like. Ooh, White House. So this is the base of operations, the White House, which is quite nice. Let's go inside and see who we can find.
Good thing you arrived when you did.
I know, eh? Hold your butts out of the proverbial, eh?
I think I've got the bleeding under.
Yeah, no, we've looked at the monument once. So in we go, and we've got to go and talk to somebody, I guess.
Thanks for the help out there. You should check
No
in
worries,
with Manny,
you're more than welcome. Here's your stash box.
And come by here if you ever need help with your tech.
No worries, Quartermaster, thanks. You can stash a whole lot of stuff in here if you need to. So we need to go upstairs and meet the coordinator. So there's some vendors that you can sell your stuff in, all kinds of stuff in here. And so far I've enjoyed it. It does, I must admit though, start to get a little bit repetitious, but there is a better storyline in this one, I think. And let's cut to the point where we're going to go upstairs. Okay, we're upstairs now.
That
Cool.
was probably the worst attack yet. I'll give you a full report once.
And it's pretty much like the first division, in as much as the indoors look nice. Let's go and talk to the divisional coordinator and see what he's got to say for himself. Oh, it's all dark.
This is you. Welcome to DC. I'm Manny. I run comms. I'm guessing the division alert brought you here? Damn glad to see you. Let me show you exactly how screwed we are. Ever since the JTF imploded, the city's become a playground for murderous fuckheads. There are several main factions, and a whole lot of bottom feeders sucking up whatever the big dogs miss. A few civilian settlements are still holding out against all this villainy. They need more help than we've been able to provide, especially since the Division network went dark. That's Kelso. She's one of the last surviving agents in DC. She's operating out of the theater settlement on a priority mission. You should go check in with her. If anyone knows how to get these systems back online, it's her. Oh, and introduce yourself to the locals while you're at it. It'll comfort them to know there's a new sheriff in town.
Ooh, there's a new sheriff in town. Okay.
By the way, Agent, head downstairs and check in with the quartermaster. He can get you set up with some division tech. You're gonna need.
So you unlock a skill every time you level up, which is quite nice. I'm not going to show you the skill trees and how you do that. I might do a separate video on that one, but yeah, you like any of these type of games, you build your character and make them stronger, and you know, you customize it the way you like it. We're going to go and what have we got to do next? Find Odessa Sawyer at the theater. So we're going to go and venture out into the world and see.
The neighborhoods you'll be moving through are hyena territory. They're a bunch of vicious assholes who prey on the weak and vulnerable and kill for kicks. And they destroy whatever they can't steal for themselves. They've been an especially serious problem for the theater settlement. Given our situation, we need the help of the settlements. But they can't do much if they're struggling to survive. So see what you can do to take some pressure off them. But don't forget that we have to get the Shade Network back to full strength. In a lot of places, the Division has been the only thing holding people together. But where DC is the priority, most agents are completely cut off. They're not going to last long without support.
No worries, Spanny. So we're going to see what we can do.
Leaving safe area.
Thanks, Isaac. So that person that we ran into was actually another player, and that other player is a little bit further down. Hello, doggy. Can you put? You can't put the dog. That's not good. I like to pet the dog. It could be dog meat. Oh, he's coming with me. Look. Oh, seems like there's some trouble down here. Here we go. There's the bad guys. And you can see that's another player over there. The sound of this gun is awesome. I love it. What, I beg your pardon?
Crap! Not now.
There's no need for that kind of language, you know. Excuse me, I'm trying to loot this backpack. Can you just chill out? Thank you. Okay, cool. They're close. Sounds like they're close, eh? So it's you can see the environment's pretty nice. It's pretty desolate. I think from memory, the first division was set in Manhattan. So to be in Washington DC, I'm sure this map is going to be considerably bigger. And there's lots of places you can go and investigate and get into trouble, and and that's a good element of this game. The free roaming is excellent. So where are these dudes? They're close because we heard them. See this kind of crouch behind cover indicator, the A and then B to emerge. That just has taken a little bit of getting used to.
Portable electronic device
Right, yeah,
detected.
thank you. There it is there.
Now?
Hold up. They're still too spread out.
This is gonna be good.
Not if they notice us first. Keep your goddamn head down.
Look at those idiots. They have no idea what's coming.
That's the fucking idea.
Rude.
Get your fucking head down.
What are we waiting for? They're not even armed. This is gonna be a fucking piñata party.
If you're expecting candy, you're in for some disappointment.
The candy isn't the fun part. The fun part is seeing it fly everywhere when you whack the shit out of the piñata. I don't think I'm gonna be too disappointed.
So this must be the hyenas that we're listening to. The hyenas are the kind of lawless group that we encounter all over the place. There's got to be somebody here. We heard them, unless they've run away. Oh, hang on. There's a bad guy. Can we chuck it? Chucking grenades for days. Go hide. The only thing is, see how there was no audio on that exploding whatsoever? Okay, so they know we're here now.
Launching grenade.
Run away. See that? I don't know what happened there. It's something weird. I guess again it's a beta.
Agent in need of backup.
It's a beta, so you gotta sort of expect these kind of little glitches to happen. This is why we agreed to participate in the beta. Apart from the fact that it's great fun, it helps them fix the game before launch. Launch is in March, I think about March the 15th or 16th, somewhere around there. I may be wrong, I will check that for you. But you can see it plays pretty smoothly. So I think, did we get that guy over to the right? Oh, he's going to run over to see if he's okay. Whoa, you can see the damage that does. Are we good? I think so. Yep. Tried shooting some of the cars to blow them up in this game and it didn't work, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I did like that in Fallout 76 where you could blow the cars up on the enemies. There we go, got the grenade. So you can pick up all kinds of stuff. Now, what happened here is I got disconnected. And so we're coming back. I've already cleared part of this area, unfortunately. We'll just keep progressing. I've always liked the line that it shows you to show you where to go, and you can see it's up on the map a bit. And also the red dots are your enemies, telling you that enemies are coming up and what kind of direction to expect them from. There's a lot of news vans here for some unknown reason. Ooh. Always explore these little alleyways and stuff because you'll get loot like that. And you can see there's the map. Got a fair way to go yet. There's about 6 zones on this map that are unlocked during this, so it's pretty big.
Agent in need of backup.
And I think that agent in need of backup is another player who's obviously in conflict with somebody. You can see it keeps pinging me at times when I get in contact. And ooh, message from Xbox. Wonder what that might be. Oh, there's a dude there. Let's chuck a grenade at these fools. There you go. I like how it turns them red once you target them. It shows you how many you kill at once. See, Ubisoft, you have to fix the audio on the grenades. Just going to back off a little bit because they will come running at you, these guys. And so my strategy is to allow them to do that. It gives you the upper hand, at least it does the way I play. And you see, I'm not going full auto on these fools. I'm what we call feathering the gun, or tapping. That sign that says, you know, we don't like the government, is spinning like a top. I might try and flank these guys, see if we can get them. The other thing, and it's only a small thing, but the other thing that I really do like is there is an indicator on how much ammunition you've actually got. It's like a little quarter and you can't shoot through cars apparently. It's like a little semicircle just above the amount of ammunition you've got that shows you when to reload or when you're getting low on bullets, which I really like. It's a really nice feature. And you can see the orange arrow tells you where you can go, or where you should be going. You can see I'm a very cautious kind of player. So yeah, do I recommend this game? I need to play it a little bit more. It plays nice. It plays nice and smooth. Given it's a beta, I didn't have too many problems with it. And I think what I will do is I'll probably pick it up. I've got a few games coming up in the next few months, so I'm really not going to have time to play this as such. But
portable device detected.
I will pick it up maybe a little bit later in the year,
detected.
Because I did actually find this very enjoyable to play. So there we go, that's the Division 2 first part of the main mission in the private beta. I will be bringing you at least the first 2 main missions. Depending on what the views look like, we will we'll keep it going. I will record all of this as I'm going through the beta. If you'd like to see more, let me know in the comments down below. A like, rating is always appreciated. It really does help the channel out, and I do like to bring you different games so that you can get a feel for them, and if it's for you, you can maybe thinking about purchasing them and playing them. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for the support, and I'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya.